my baby. Won't you let me walk around in your shoes? My baby, my sweet baby. Won't you keep me warm? I'm feeling cold. Won't you keep me warm? I'm feeling old. I've been rambling around this country in these old brown boots, looking for a light behind these eyes, searching for a truth or maybe just some peace of mind. Maybe there ain't nothing here to find. Darling, my sweet darling, won't you let me see the world through your eyes? My darling, my sweet darling, won't you keep me warm? I'm feeling cold. Won't you keep me warm? I'm feeling old. I've been rambling around this country in these old brown boots, looking for a light behind these eyes, searching for a truth or maybe just some peace of mind. Maybe there ain't nothing here to find.
I'm still getting links sent out. I'm slow. Sorry.
That's good.
Now that we're sharing the Twitch link, I'm like, hey, maybe we should also have some of the Facebook or the YouTube links on there too, because some people still like to go there. So I'm trying to copy.
It's a good thing that you're less lazy than I am.
Well, yeah, you know, I don't talk during the intro music and then lean back in my chair.
Dude, I'm just, I wasn't meant for radio.
I'd like to argue with that, but I can't. Does that make me a bad person?
No, you chose me. So
I chose you.
This is on you.
That's so true. Oh, dude, I haven't even checked to make sure cameras were working or anything. Crap. They're working. Nice. We're good. But
okay, we're good.
Yay. I should maybe turn an extra light on so people can see me. Hi, everybody in the chat room. If you're there, say hello. Oh, it's so funny.
I'm not watching the YouTube chat.
Yeah, so I'm watching. There, everybody can see my tummy. I'm watching the YouTube chat. You can watch the Twitch chat. Sometimes we get different people on Twitch saying stuff, and we'll said things that would be less appropriate for our YouTube audience.
Yeah. Wow. I'm the only one watching the Twitch chat, so
awesome.
Sorry. Just letting you know.
That's okay. You know, we just started. It just fired up. So
yeah.
It's other than the music, we've been live for like 2 minutes. So it's all good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm,
that's good.
Mm-hmm. So I was telling you before the pre-show, and I'll tell people on the pre-show. I have my nice little whiskey sipping glass. I found, so last week I discovered this older drink from the 50s or 60s that's really good called a Brave Bull. It's 2 parts tequila, 1 part Kahlua. Well, we're running low on tequila, and so I had some orange liqueur sitting around, so I did it kind of like a margarita, and I did a 1 part tequila, 1 part orange liqueur and 1 part Kahlua. I'm calling it the Tropical Brave Bull. and
It's good.
it's really good. It is really, really good.
That's the best.
Mm-hmm.
It's always nice when the liquor tastes good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And it does, which is good and perfect for today because it hasn't been a bad day. I hate saying things like that because, like, it's been a long day. Well, it hasn't been a bad day. It's actually been a pretty good day. It's just been long.
Yeah.
You know, I had a second audition for a national barber shop to actually become the new voice for the entire company. I was narrowed down into the short running. Sounds like about 5 people for that one, so that's good. And then just
When do you find out?
when they tell me. And,
These types of things are never quick.
dude, okay, so that audition closed over 3 weeks ago. I thought for sure I didn't get it. And then all of a sudden I just
wow.
randomly get an email. You've made it to the short list. You're in the short running for this. We want a second audition. Okay. So I did.
Yeah.
And it was really funny. Their description, I don't know. They don't tell you what company it's actually for. So I'm not sure what company it is, but I thought it was funny. They're like, the read we got from everybody was perfect for what we described as. However, we realized that that's not what we were looking for. Like, oh, perfect. Okay. We want it to sound just like you did, but instead of being like conversational over early morning coffee, we want it to sound like you're with your best friend having cocktails or drinks. I'm like,
Oh, nice.
and by the way, we want this as soon as possible, the next hour and a half at the latest.
Oh, nice.
I get that.
And then they're going to sit on it for another 3 weeks.
I get that at 8 a.m. 8 o'clock in the morning. You want cocktails? You want my cocktail? Hi, buddy. I mean, what kind of voice do you want? I mean, it's like, you want my cocktail voice at 8 a.m.? What on earth? So,
Yeah.
I was like, okay. Like, I'm still waking up. I'm firing things up in the studio, and the coffee is still brewing. I haven't even had a cup of coffee when I've seen this. And I'm like,
It's probably a great time to have your cocktail voice then.
I'm like, crap. Well, no, because I'm still half asleep. I don't wake up until I have that coffee. And I'm like, this is bad. And so I'm sipping coffee. I get down. I'm like, maybe I can record. And I sit down and I hit record. And as soon as I hit record, right out back, the neighbors behind the house. That was actually a pretty good lawnmower, I think, though. But
Yeah, that was good.
But
That was a good one.
thanks. But yeah, start firing up their lawnmower, and I was like, crap. Well, I get to have coffee before I submit.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah,
crazy, dude.
but I think it went well. We'll see what happens, but you know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you keep doing this enough. I mean, you've been on it, so you keep doing this enough, you're going to get one of these is going to come through for you. That's how it works.
I'm doing basically time and a half what they tell you to do. They tell you to do. So the emails, when you first sign up and you first start doing it with these sites, they tell you do no less than 3. But then they say the top performers are doing twice that much. They're doing 6. Then you talk to them and they say that really the top performers are doing 10.
Yeah.
10 or more is how they put it. They don't stop at 10. They don't say they're not doing more, but they're doing 10 or more. I'm averaging 15 a day. So I'm doing time and a half trying to basically catch up so that it doesn't take 3 to 6 months for it to really get in full swing. Hopefully it'll take 2 to 3 months for it to get in full swing, but you know, it's working. Things are going. So we'll just keep
that's good.
plugging along. Just plug along. And I was talking to a guy earlier today, actually this evening, while I was making dinner. That's always fun when you're trying to like Facebook message on your phone, which, by the way, spell check on that is horrible anyway.
It is.
It's bad. But you're Facebook messaging with somebody about doing recording stuff for them. So that was fun. But making dinner at the same time. Making dinner, talking, recording all at the same time. And so you'd like this, dude. This is a prog rock group. So
Nice.
yeah, well, prog metal is what he said, but you know.
Oh, I'm okay with that too.
Yeah. So, hey.
That's good.
It'd be fun. And he's like, oh, I can't get my guitar to sit right. I can't do this. I can't do this. And I'm like, well, what are you trying? What are you using? And he pops off and goes, what amps do you have? He's like, hey, I say, what amps do you have, Holmes? So send him a picture, and I'm like, what do you want? Vintage, new, custom, hand modified, Alnico? What do you want? I've got Alnico speakers. I've got everything you'd want right here. Whoa. The response was, whoa. Okay, sweet. Yeah, all right, cool. We'll deal with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You do have some nice gear, man.
I try to. It's almost like it's what I do for a living or something.
Almost.
I don't know.
I'm working on it myself.
You are, dude. We're so close. You never responded to the pictures I sent you saying that those parts showed up.
I think I was just like so busy when they came in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been super busy.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I've been just crazy busy with work, and then I'm hiring people, and this thing's growing. So it requires me to sell more, which means I'm on the phone a lot. And
yeah, it's good though.
Yeah, it's good. I'll look at stuff, and I think I went, oh man, that's badass. And then I went and I started showing people who were around me. I'm like, check this out. And then I just forgot to respond because probably my phone rang.
They're so nice. It's Indian rosewood. It is
nice.
Like top of the line, super dark, crisp. Like if it's on stage, somebody in the audience probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference between that and your ebony. Because it's so dark. It's so nice.
Wow.
And the craftsmanship on it is top notch. Beautiful.
Dude,
it's
gonna be awesome. I can't wait.
It's gonna look as nice as it sounds. That's a nice thing about. I can't
wait to plug that thing in.
I know. It's a nice thing about Porter pickups. I'm not plugging. Brian is an actual friend of mine, and not just Facebook. We started Facebook friends, but then we actually met in person, and now we're actual friends. It's nice. And he just had a baby, so congratulations, Brian, for having a baby. He didn't have the baby; his wife did. But
your life is over for your 18 years.
He's got like 5 already. So
18 more years.
18 more years. Yes. But yeah, they just had another baby. But no, seriously, dude, their pickups are some of the best you will ever find. Yeah. So yeah, that's awesome. Your Gibson's gonna scream, dude. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait. Camp is right around the corner.
I know. Camp is gonna be loud, which is good.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
It's so good.
It's gonna be good times. I gotta try to sponsor a kid to go.
Oh, I thought you said you got a sponsor for the camp. I'm like, wow. No. Businesses are sponsoring church camps now? That's impressive.
No. I wish. We got to get some kids there, though.
Welcome to the Foursquare Retreat, sponsored by Albertson.
Yeah.
Micron presents the Bible. 10010001.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That made me think of Bender, the Futurama, like the robot religion.
Yeah.
10010002.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome.
That's really good.
It's so old though.
It is.
We're getting old. All right, dude.
Yeah,
what do you say? Should we get started? Since
sure.
I've blathered on about a drink and really nothing.
We'll see how well I can do this first headline that you created.
I think it's funny.
Yeah, it takes a certain
you got to start like authentic. Like you think that's what it wait. And then is that right?
Is that right?
Yeah, see,
yeah,
you got it.
I'll try it. We'll see.
You can do it. I believe in you, Peter. I believe in you, Peter.
Oh, that's funny. All right.
The fairy died. You must clap your hands. You must clap your hands. Congratulations, everyone. You didn't clap loud enough. The bloody fairy died. Sorry.
Nice.
Oh, it's that day. It's that day, everyone. Welcome to Wednesday. All right. Let's just go ahead and let's just do this thing. Like we planned on doing this, and we didn't text each other about 45 minutes before it started saying, hey, is that tonight? So let's do this for real. All right, here we go.
All right.
Maybe. No. On this episode of Classless Chat.
In Florida, Wait, Minnesota? Is that right?
Sure is. And International House of Burgers?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what you are about to hear is the future of entertainment. May I present to you Classless Chat with your hosts, Drew and Anthony.
Welcome all to Patio O'Malley's Patio Furniture Emporium and Pub, where you'll enjoy the comfort of fine, handcrafted patio furniture and a fine handcrafted pint. No blarney here. You can see the quality of our outdoor furnishings. Our lounge chairs are stout, and so is the ale. This week, when you buy a new patio swing, we'll help you swing even more when we throw in a keg of our finest brew. That's right, at Patio O'Malley's, only the finest patio furniture will do. No potatoes here. That's right, no potato. Take a swing at our leprechaun pinata. One smack with Patty's shillelagh and win 50% off your purchase. You'll find us downtown Boise. Call 208-555-5555. That's right, Patio O'Malley's Patio Furniture Emporium and Pub. You'll find the luck here today. No leprechauns were hurt in the making of this commercial.
I still love this one. I do it just so Anthony laughs and tries to like fight the laugh from the microphone during the thing. Welcome to Classless Chat. This is episode 52. It is Wednesday, June 13th of 2018. My name is Drew, and my friend here is
Anthony.
That was like the least delay that we've had so far.
Yep, which is amazing because I'm pretty tired tonight.
I know. And on location at this horrible tornado, we have and honey, as you can see behind me, the wind is bad. Somebody had too many burritos. Ah!
Right.
So yeah, we had a fun-filled pre-show. So you might want to go to YouTube or Twitch and check out the pre-show. I talked a little bit about one of my new favorite drinks, which I just made up tonight.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good to me.
But it is that good that it's now on my docket. So I likes it.
We had some scotch the other night in my place.
I was so bummed when you told me you ran out.
Yeah, we drank the rest of what I had.
Now, some of you would be listening to this and like, it's scotch. Who cares? Like, you just got by the store and buy some more scotch. No. Anthony buys 15 and 18 year scotch. It's not just your run-of-the-mill scotch. He buys the good stuff. It's so good, baby.
Well, I had that Macallan 18 since my birthday 2 years ago, so it takes me a long time to drink it, and it's gone, and that's like a $200 bottle.
Yeah, you suck.
And then I had about a glass and a half left of my Lagavulin 16, and that's gone. And then I had most of a bottle of Macallan 15, and that's gone.
Dude, okay.
So
I told Tamar this, and she's like, wait a minute. I thought this was like a worship team event.
It was.
And I'm like, oh yeah, they know how to party. It's all good.
I mean, we didn't get drunk.
No.
We had a few drinks, and several people had a few drinks, and when everyone has a few drinks, the
music gets
away.
better. Yeah, and the music gets better.
Why is the rum gone? It's gone.
I feel like more church worship teams should get into the sacramental wine before service. You know how much better the music would be?
Oh man, it would be amazing.
The worship experience
we would think
fire.
It was.
Yeah.
Not sure if anybody else would.
No, I'm pretty sure, dude. I mean, really, how many bars do you go to where the band thinks they're rocking it and they're really not doing well?
A lot.
I mean, yeah, a lot. That's true. But how much worse would they be sober? It's not like we're talking it's not like we're talking they're stoned. Most people loosen up, and so they're not as nervous anymore. They get a drink in them, and they're like, okay, I can play. Unlike me on Sunday, where right before the last song, my entire left hand goes numb. Cold and numb.
Oh, no.
And I'm like,
That's never good.
I can't feel. What am I? Oh, boy. it just happens to also be a hymn
Oh, that's great.
on guitar, which is like, all right, no bueno, no bueno.
Yeah, you're dead. Yep. What?
Yes, Christina, it did. Christina's on here saying it sounded like it was a good party listening to Alicia's live.
Oh yeah, we had a good time. No, so our main guitarist is leaving. He's moving back to California. Well, you're on the team. You could have came. It would have been fine. It was just a no kids event, and my wife.
How did you get in?
Kids. I know. Well, I made the meat, which was gone, by the way.
I'm sure
and
it was.
And I overcooked the tri-tip, and everyone was nice and kind and told me it was great. And it was there was parts of it that were not great. And then I took like the remainder of it, which was very little, and it went on the boat the next day and, when we went fishing, and it was gone, completely gone. So, yeah, successful.
Yeah.
Deal. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Hunter enjoyed it. You know, we hung out, we drank some scotch, we ate some tri-tip and chicken.
That's good. And this was a going away party for Hunter. Hunter is moving back to New York.
New York, yeah, somewhere I think upstate.
Okay, so maybe like the
we'll
Syracuse
miss him
area or
dearly.
something.
He's been a lot of fun on our team, and he's really cool, fantastic guitar player.
Yeah, he's a cool guy, dude, and
Yeah,
and he
he's
will
good.
be missed. That is for sure.
Yeah, and his wife is really really nice too, and so losing her will be tough.
Well, dude, I felt bad because like the last 2 Sundays that he's there, I'm leading at a different church.
Oh,
It was like, really? I was gonna be there and say goodbye.
Are you gonna be going back there? Or is it Treasure Valley Worship?
I do not know yet.
Oh,
I don't know. They've asked. They made inquiries of whether or not I would come back and play guitar with them or do some other stuff. But
are they more traditional in their worship, or is it a
first service is, second service is not so much. But they are very much the if it's newer than 10 years, it's too new church.
Oh, nice.
You know the churches I'm talking about, and it's one of those things to where churches are either, if it's older than 5 years, it's too old, and the other end of the spectrum is if it's newer than 10 years, it's too new.
Yeah,
and they
I would say 80% of our long list that's grown massively, and I'm trying to cut it back, is probably within 5 years now.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, that's kind of where they two fall. And this church is more of the, if it's newer than 10 years, it's too new. So it was really easy. I was able to just sit there and go, I haven't played this song in a year. But I've played it 1,000 times, so I know how it goes. So it's no problem. And it worked great. And it worked great. It was good. I made one.
Somebody's popped into the Twitch.
What's up, Twitchy?
So.
And Krusty Mango's back.
Nice.
After missing like 13 streams, we've missed you, Krusty Mango.
Yeah.
We've been sitting here several times going, oh, Krusty Mango. Where on earth is Krusty Mango? So we might have in our head, though. Yes, we did it to the Ducky Momo theme, by the way. I'll be honest. That's, we don't own the rights to that tune. It's like when Homer Simpson was doing the humming and everything he did was, what was it, Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star? Or something like that. Yeah. I made this one up. No, Dad, you didn't.
No, you didn't. That's funny.
How did you remember that? We're good like that, dude. We're good like that.
Yeah.
So you have anything else you want to throw out there before we hit into the news, dude? It's been a fun week.
I mean, I've just been, crazy with the kids and working like crazy and hiring people and, it's just been nuts. And then I've been going to the gym. Mike Boswell's been beating the tar out of me at the gym. Well, we went 3 days in a row. We went 3 days. Well, I went one day with him, and then the next day I couldn't go when he wanted to go, which is like early in the morning, and that's like never possible for me. And then in the evening that night I went by myself for like over an hour, and then I went the next day. And today I was like, I'm gonna go again. And then like 5 o'clock rolled around, and I was like, no, I need a rest. I need a rest day. So there's no way. So I'm gonna go back tomorrow. But I'm pretty beat. Mike had me doing like all kinds of all kinds of stuff. I mean, he's really good. He works out all the time. I mean, he's super cut. Have you seen him? You haven't seen him since he went on a sabbatical?
No, I haven't. But dude, he's always been super cut.
Okay, dude, he's way more cut right now. Way more cut. I mean, I'm not sure if I should be talking about this because no one's supposed to know that I'm actually hanging out with him.
I'm pretty cut for a fat guy. You know, no one we know listens to these podcasts. Come on.
If anybody pops in, they're gonna be like, "Dude, why are you hanging out with Boswell?"
Wait,
no,
what?
But
you know,
yeah,
I thought
I'm not allowed to talk about. I'm not allowed to talk about church at all. So we don't talk about church. He asked me one question, and I said,
"Church's Fight Club, by the way. That's where
right.
Anthony goes."
Yeah. No. So he asked me, right, Fight Club Church. No. So he asked me. He said, I've heard things are okay, and I said, I'm not allowed to tell you, but I will say this: there's no more or less drama than normal.
You should have told him there are no more or less flag dancers than normal.
Right.
We have an overabundance of flag dancers these days.
Yeah, we started a flag squad when you were gone.
Yeah, the lady who teaches holy yoga
we
brought
borrowed
on holy
the Vanguard.
Flag dances. Yes.
They came through, and it's awesome, man. We got some special journey flags made. It's awesome. It's the greatest. He's gonna be like, he would just have a heart right there,
dude. Again,
I wouldn't do that to Boz.
No,
yeah, again,
that would be so bad.
Dude, he's scared for me because of the keto diet. He's like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, oh, I'm just drinking butter in my coffee, and it's all good. Don't worry
I'm scared for you because of the keto diet, because you have turned into the keto CrossFit man. Minus
I'm
CrossFit.
Not. Shut up! Dude. I'm excited about it. I like it. I'm losing weight like crazy.
You have to admit, though, that text response I sent you, so people who aren't personal friends of us on Facebook, Anthony texts me, and it's just out of the blue. Dude, I'm reading this new book, and it's changing my life, seriously. I want to let you borrow it as soon as I'm done, as long as you promise to actually read it. And I'm reading it like it's a CrossFit dude, because he has been nothing but like, keto. And so I instantly just respond with, new phone, who dis? And,
yeah, dick.
And he's like, dude, and it's back the literally thing. And I type in there, I was like, so if it has anything to do with, and I purposefully completely misspelled the thing because I don't want to even get a credibility. I was like, keto. If it has anything to do with this keto thing, KITO instead of keto. I was like, if it has anything to do with this keto thing, then I'll pass.
Yeah,
it was a good.
That was funny, man. No, I think you don't have to give it any credit because every day that goes by, I'm giving it credit, so you don't have to. I'm carrying that load for you, Drew.
Yes, you can carry the load all you want.
Oh, I will.
Yeah, I know.
You should try it though. I'm going to keep encouraging you to try it because I've heard that it's actually cured some of the hypoglycemic stuff that's out there and all kinds of things. So eat burgers with me.
It would either
with just no bread.
It would either cure me or kill me. It's like one extreme or the other. Either you're going to be fine
for like
or you're going to
days.
die. Which it's all good. It's a win-win.
You'd feel like crap for like 3 days.
For the world, it's a win-win because either the Earth's rotation will finally level like it hasn't been doing, you fat bum, or you're going to die and none of us have to put up with you anymore. So it's all good. It's a win-win. Win-win.
You'll be healthier. You'll feel better. You'll have tons of... If you keep electrolytes in balance and you get some omegas, you'll be... I'll show you how to do it.
All I have to say to that is I want to go full-on water boy and H2O.
I'm drinking a lot of water, so that's fine with me.
I mean, I was expecting you to come back with the Gatorade.
Gatorade. I can't drink
H2O.
H2O. Yeah.
Oh yeah, because it's got sugars and stuff, huh?
Yeah, and even the sugar-free ones are not. They have aspartame or some kind of like dextrose or sucralose or something, and you can't have that on keto.
You shouldn't have that. Period.
Yeah, it's not good for you.
It's like I hate to say this, but it's from Star Wars Episode 2. It's like, do you want to buy some death sticks? And he opens up his jacket and it's aspartame. That's all it is. It's like do you want to buy some death sticks? Nah. So
that's funny. My coffee has arrived.
Mine
Thank
has
you,
not.
Alicia.
I
love you.
I ran
Not
out
just
of
because
coffee.
you bring me coffee.
I ran out of coffee grinds today. Like, seriously, I'm putting it in. I went grocery shopping, and like a moron, I didn't buy coffee. And so I'm making it for tonight, and I'm like, oh no, I have just enough for one more pot. I'm like, I guess this is going for tomorrow morning. So I'm coffeeless tonight.
That makes me sad.
It makes me sad.
We need to check this out because there's this guy I follow. This is video game talk here.
Oh.
I just popped into my head. So there's this guy. His handle is Extimus, and he's a
Extimus?
D2 player.
Okay,
yeah, he's
D2.
a
All right.
major D2 guy, and he's playing. He's doing a playthrough on a Diablo 2 mod.
Ooh.
So we should check it out
Yeah.
because that would be pretty cool. We haven't played it all. Which, by the way, for some reason, I'm itching to play StarCraft 2. I don't know why.
Because you're a sick freak.
Maybe. There's another really weird thing going on right now. So the skins market for Counter-Strike is going to tank now.
That sounds really dirty when you say it that way. For people who don't know what that means, or aren't the gamers in the crowd, he's not talking, it puts the lotion on its skin or else it gets the hose again. No, it's just the pixels. It's just what the stuff in the game looks like. You can spend money and make things look cooler, and that's all it is. All right.
So there's been a cease and desist order against OP Skins, which is a company I've been using to buy and sell skins. And so Steam finally came out and said, look, you can't do this anymore. And they stopped them from doing it.
Mm.
And if you look at the price of skins, it's just plummeting right now. I mean, there was some skins that were like thousands of dollars.
That's no
and
way.
They're selling for like $100 on OP Skins right now.
No.
It's crazy, dude.
That's no
So
bueno.
it's kind of a good thing because people were getting scammed and like little kids were like gambling. It was kind of not a good thing. I mean, and I'm glad that Valve is doing what they should be doing because even though I own skins and now the value of the skins that I purchased is plummeting, it's okay. I'm actually okay with it because little kids were getting taken advantage of. Like real money. You know, like there was gambling sites and stuff out there where like little kids were like taking their skins and like putting them into like the gambling sites and then gambling their skins. It was real value gambling.
Man.
Like kids under 18 gambling.
Yeah.
So it was a big problem.
That is bad.
So I'm actually appreciative of Valve kind of protecting the integrity of their game.
Yeah.
And saying, you know what, we're not going to allow this anymore. So we're shutting down OP Skins. So OP Skins getting shut down. They were the last like real site that could do this. All the other sites that were out there were getting shut down anyway. And so, yeah, that's good news for Counter-Strike because the game is still the reason why we should be playing. It's not for pixels in the game. People were making legit money doing that. So it's getting shut down. All the scammers will go away. And maybe the game will be more legit now, which I'm all about that.
That's crazy, dude.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
So it's big changes there. I mean, I'm not the first to announce this. This has been going on probably 5 or 6 days now. It's been getting talked about by the big dogs like Richard Lewis and Thorin. They're two of the main voices for media for Counter-Strike and for gaming in general. So
that's crazy, man.
I follow their podcast. I won't plug it. You can find it on YouTube. It's not that hard.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, people watching the live stream right now, yeah, we are having some glitching going on. I'm watching it. It's we're getting some drop frames. Upgraded my internet, and now the router's not handling it well. Modem to computer works absolutely phenomenally, but we have too many different things running in here. So I am going to have to change routers here and bite the bullet and spend more money on more stuff, even though I have more stuff that I have to buy. It all hits at the worst possible time, which I hate to say this. I'm going to plug this just because not as a pity drive thing or anything, but it is one of those things that if you would like to support us, we would absolutely love your support. And you can support us by going to patreon.com/classlesschat. And here's a little bit about that. If you could find it in your heart to donate even $1 a month, which is a measly $12 a year, you too could help end world laughter disorder. This is a horrible disease where people are just not able to laugh.
Here at Classless Chat, we are constantly doing research to help people with this rare disorder. With your help, we can see the end of this disease. I'm not Sarah McLachlan, but you can still support us at www.patreon.com/classlesschat. Thank you.
I'm sorry. Krusty Mango's on there saying, "Oh my gosh, hey, don't mock not Sarah McLachlan." Jeez,
That's really funny, man. I laugh every time you play it, but now I can't hear it anymore.
I know. I
I just have to sit here in silence.
Yeah, you could I don't
It's
know,
like
cover your
in
microphone
jail.
and turn up the volume on your thing, but I don't know.
Nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'll survive those little 30-second tidbits.
Sorry, dude. Yeah, it's sad.
It's time
though.
for news.
10 the feels. Totally is the feels, man. Yeah,
Yeah,
all those starving children, they could use it.
Yeah,
Um,
microphones are expensive.
oh my gosh, dude, I gotta buy a new preamp. I've gotta finish paying off a guitar. I've gotta buy a preamp. I've gotta buy a case for it.
I know
I've
that
gotta-
guitar, dude. Oh my gosh.
I've got so much right now that it's it's just yeah, it's hitting me hard. Trying to sell other guitars, trying to do other stuff to try to make everything fall into place and work, and it's being crazy. It's been a crazy year. Crazy year, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and joims. So yeah, all right, dude. What do you say? Why don't we do some news? You ready for some news?
Yeah.
All
I
right.
am.
All right, well, why don't you... Well, here, I'll actually hit the news button. We'll push news. News.
Here comes the stupid. News starts now.
All right. Woman gets head stuck in truck tailpipe at music festival.
Okay, I saw this on Facebook, and I think the person who posted it had the right idea. How drunk do you have to be to stick your bloody bleeping head into the tailpipe of a diesel?
Dude, this is genius right here.
Yeah, genius is the word I'd go for, too. All right, let's hear it.
So, Winstead, Minnesota, first responders had to use a power saw to help a woman who got her head stuck in a pickup truck's exhaust pipe at a Minnesota festival.
That's so awesome.
KARE TV says that the incident happened over the weekend at the Winstock Country Music Festival in Winstead, a little over 30 miles west of Minneapolis. Firefighters were called to help the woman, or the trapped woman, who is okay. Well, that's good. I would be freaking out if I had my head inside the tailpipe of this thing and I couldn't get it out. I mean, I have like claustrophobic problems anyways, but like being trapped is that's really scary for me for some reason.
Dude, it is really scary. And yeah, I would be freaking out too. I mean, I've got a fat Jorge Lopez head, and I'd be like, I can't believe I got it in to begin with, but now, oh, bloody Eric, how does it come out?
There were so many dirty jokes that could have been said there.
Right?
Moving on. The McLeod County Sheriff's Office says the woman was cited for underage drinking and escorted from the festival once she was freed.
Yeah, you think?
Her whole
was the alcohol not aged well enough? I mean, or was the girl 12? I mean, what is it? I mean,
it's a country music festival. She must have been. She's probably
15
drinking
or something.
some Jack Daniels.
Oh,
Who
19.
knows?
She said she was 19. Carolyn Storm 19.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, a little older now. Okay, so her hometown paper, the Litchfield Independent Review, identified the woman as Caitlin Strom, 19, and ran a front page photo, a smiling Strom holding a pipe section as she stands next to truck owner Tom Wold.
Wait a minute.
Both
Why don't we get
flashing
that
thumbs up.
picture? Why don't we get that
I
picture?
know that would have been the better one.
Right?
I know. That's sad. Oh well. She explained to the paper how she got into the predicament. We were just all having fun, and I saw this big exhaust pipe, and I was like, "Hey, my head could probably fit in that." So I tried it.
Okay, guys, let me just say, if you're wanting to date a girl depending on the kind of guy you are, let's just say if she says that, she's either a keeper or run away. Run away.
So she was stuck for 45 minutes. Wold, the truck owner, who Strom said was absolutely wonderful about the incident, has apparently handed off the pipe to the Darwin Tavern in his hometown of
Darwin, Minnesota.
Darwin, Minnesota.
Yeah.
We're not making this up.
Darwin Award.
Right. so many good jokes in this one. It is now on display there as the most famous tailpipe in Minnesota, quite possibly the world.
It's so funny.
The bar's Facebook page says it does have competition in the tiny town. The world's largest ball of twine is in a gazebo only a block away.
Ooh, but you know what? That makes for more tourism right there because they're close. It's a 2-for-1 special. That's what that is.
Yeah, there you go.
When you're done looking at your bottle of twine, go and have a pint down, and you can see the world famous tailpipe that some drunk girl underage ging that just went in there and she stuck her head in that thing right there and just like, that hurt. I can't get that thing out. It's good.
Yeah, that's bad. Poor thing. Anyway, that's...
Poor thing. If you're dumb enough to stick your head in a tailpipe, I mean, she's not a banana for crying out loud. Jeez.
Oh my gosh, some of the comments are hilarious. Start the car and her head will pop out.
Or get sucked in further. Either one. You know, it's all good.
Yeah, one of the other. I would have gotten a bigger truck if I knew this works with chicks.
If compensating works that well. No, sorry.
I wonder if the famous words "hold my beer" were uttered before she got her head stuck.
Right? Oh my gosh.
Why am I hearing the theme of the movie Deliverance after seeing the pic?
I love how they actually said the McLeod County Sheriff's Office released a list detailing calls it responded to after the 2-day Windstock, not to be confused with Woodstock, but Windstock Country Music Festival. 47 lost and founds, 26 medical calls, 25 minor consumptions, meaning underage drinking, 8 suspicious activities, 8 disturbances, 7 assists, 5 vehicle complaints, 4 trespassing, 4 missing persons, 3 fires, 3 fights, 3 property damage, 3 motorist assistance, 2 accidents, 1 tow, 1 suicide, and 1 road obstruction. Sorry, I was trying to get it all in one breath. I wasn't trying to speed over the suicide. That's sad.
Well, it says suicidal, so hopefully that's not an actual
suicidal.
Suicide.
I'm sorry.
Somebody who was,
I skipped over the AL.
No, hopefully nobody died at the Windstock.
Some guy named Al was suicide. Al.
Al.
All right, then.
Darwin Tavern.
Now I want to go to Minnesota.
No, you don't.
No.
It's just southern Canada.
It's just... I'm sorry, eh? Oh, no, we don't say "eh" here. You say "I'm sorry." Oh, yeah, sure, you betcha. Oh, okay, yeah, so instead of "I'm sorry, eh," it's "I'm sorry, yeah, sure, you betcha." Yeah, sure, you betcha. Don't know about your detective work there. I think that them there are dealer plates. So
that is the best accent in the States. Dude, I don't care what anybody says.
It so is.
I'm from Boston, and I'm just gonna say that that's the best.
Is. Oh my gosh, dude.
So
okay,
good.
So I worked at a call center, and I kid you not, I got a phone call from Fargo. I actually had to put them on mute and laugh my burp off hysterically. My manager was listening to the call. He's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "They're from Fargo." Dealer plates. And he's like trying not to laugh. He's like, "Make sure you're on the phone." I'm like, "I know what they're saying. It's okay." So bad. It was so bad.
That's funny.
Not making fun of everyone from Fargo. We're just enjoying your accent.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It's a good one.
We're living a lot of craziness. Do you want to talk about Thor? Because this is perfect segue. Craziness.
Oh, is it now? Yes. So this week we watched Thor Ragnarok. which is the 2018 blockbuster film written by Eric Pearson, Craig Kyle, directed by, not even going to try it, starring Chris Hemsworth, Tom Hiddleston, and Kate Blanchett. I know I butchered every one of those, but that's what I do. Welcome to the show. So it's like, that's what I'm known for. Now, I want to say, okay, please don't spoil. Did you not see the movie, Krusty? Have you not seen Thor Ragnarok yet, Krusty Mango?
How could you have not seen this?
It's on Netflix already, for crying out loud.
I say that having seen it for the first time 30 minutes ago.
Oh, well, you know, you finished it at least. Well, we just started the show recording-wise 30 minutes and 39 seconds ago, so it was probably before that. But I
I finished it a lot.
I did go and see the new Avengers movie. And I definitely not going to throw any spoilers down for that, because that there's a lot that happens in that movie. I've seen a lot of people say it's near perfect. I don't agree with that. And in fact, they went directions with it that I don't think it necessarily needed to go. But it was still a good movie. It was a good movie. But anyway, we're on to the Thor Ragnarok. We're not talking about the new Avengers movie. So Thor Ragnarok, you know. Yes, we're friends from work. You know. How about it's what a hero does, or I'm putting together a team. Oh, really? What's the team called? The Revengers. Yeah, the Revengers. I mean, that's like. I haven't watched the first Thor. Okay, dude, Krusty, you are so far behind. I can't. We're not gonna like totally spoil the thing. I don't know, but we'll talk a little bit about it. But if you are missing the first Thor movie, I think that's fair game for talking at this point.
Yeah,
and that's just.
I'm just gonna be honest. So I think I told you this, but out of all the Marvels,
yeah,
I would say for me, the first Avengers film and the first Iron Man film would probably be my favorites of all. Yeah. And then the Thor movies would come right after that. I don't know what it is about them. They're just charming films.
They are.
There's just something about them that I really like. I would say I like them even more, and maybe even than the Captain America films and any of the crossovers. It's just good. What's the comment?
I'm sorry, Krusty, you just about got me spitting water all over my audio equipment here. 'Tis not my fault. I am too cheap to purchase the movies and have not watched them online. I'm sorry. And that is the voice I'm reading with you from now on, Krusty. Every time Krusty Mango comes on here, it's going to be, Emma, confess something. I haven't even watched the first Thor. I'm waiting till I watch them all. 'Tis not my fault. I mean, that's just like, that is now the Krusty Mango voice. So yeah. I don't know. I mean, that's just really, don't you dare. Oh my gosh. But I shouldn't watch the chat. Oh,
that's funny.
What did I do? All right, so
man, that's funny. I thought it was really good though.
Yes, I mean, okay, so the Thor movies, you're right, they are really charming films. Chris Hemsworth does a fantastic job. My brother actually worked on the original Thor movie. He was the stand-in originally for Loki. And then when they went to New Mexico, my brother, because he's an actual SAG member, and SAG should not authorize all of the stand-ins to go. They only authorized one for the main characters. And so my brother was the one that got authorized from SAG to actually go and stand in for both Thor and for Loki. So my brother was the main stand-in during the whole New Mexico part of the original Thor movie. And if you're wanting to know, yes, he looks a lot more like Loki. It's like, I liken us to like the movie Twins with Arnold Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito. I got what's left. So, you know, like that's just where that falls. So
that's messed up.
I'm not saying I'm dumb or anything, but I didn't win in the looks category, so you know it's all right. Somebody had to. It's good.
Man, that's funny.
So,
I'm
Yeah.
not going to go there.
thank you. So it is a really, really good movie. In this particular Thor movie, for keeping it blasé for those of us who have not watched any of the Thor movies yet, who shall remain nameless. Krusty Mango. So in this particular Thor movie, what's his name? Dude, as I'm getting into this, I completely draw a blank. Anthony Hopkins, Odin, excuse me. Odin has been like locked away on Earth, and he ends up, something happens to him, and his firstborn, who's actually a girl, the rightful heir, shows up, and she is the goddess of death, and their outright war is brought out upon Thor and Loki and all of Asgard. And in the mix of this, Thor and Loki get thrown out through the Rosen Bridge, the Einstein-Rosen Bridge, which would be their Rainbow Road, and thrown to another planet, and where time is a little wonky. And and they find Hulk, and there's some cool fight scenes, and a couple really, one not so hidden and one somewhat hidden rock, paper, scissors joke.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Did you get the hidden one, though?
I don't know. What part was that?
Okay. He's a rock. He was defeated by paper because he didn't print enough pamphlets, and his best friend is scissors.
Okay. That's good.
Right? Okay. So there's a couple rock, paper, scissors jokes, which is hilarious in, like the stupidest way possible. Thor has turned into more of a comedian than like a serious role, which surprisingly works incredibly well. Like,
yeah, it does.
In the first movie, and even kind of in the second Thor movie, he's like, yeah, dude, it's on Netflix. Okay, this one's on Netflix. I don't think the first one's on Netflix, Krusty, sorry. But no, he's like, first couple movies, he's like, oh, I don't really know what's going on. I'm not from around here. I don't understand. And then, he's kind of quirky because he just doesn't get it. Now he gets it, and he's just funnier than crap.
Yeah, he is.
He's like, oh no, I bet you're wondering why I'm here in a cage.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like talking to the skeleton.
That was so awesome.
This movie was really good. Oh my gosh. I loved that. The
Jeff Goldblum's character is hilarious, by the way. The Grandmaster.
Oh yeah,
is
hilarious
awesome.
in that. That was such a great casting. I don't think they could have done better.
I always say it starts with a B. What is it? A drunk. Wait, what? Have you just been waiting to say that? That doesn't even start with a B.
Yeah.
And I love how he catches himself, like, the timeline. He's like, oh, like Loki and Thor leave the bridge at like 5 seconds apart, and Loki's been there for like a month.
Yeah.
And Jeff Goldblum catches him. He's like, oh, time doesn't work like that here. And most planets, I'd be millions of years old. Here I'd be, and he stops. And it's like, well, wait a minute. Because if Thor and Loki separated by 5 seconds and they're a month apart, millions of years on other planets would put him at like trillions of years there.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, and he just moves on, like doesn't even finish it.
Yeah.
It's like, this is so great. I love it. Like, the math doesn't work, so we're going to acknowledge that the math doesn't work and just move along.
Move on.
Move along.
Yeah, it was clever.
It is. It's great.
Yeah. All the Thors are good. This one's my favorite though, I think.
I liked the first one a lot, but yes, this one, I could watch this one over and over and over again. What was her name? The Valkyrie.
Did you catch the
Tessa Thompson, who played the Valkyrie? Awesome. She did a
Did
great
you
job.
catch the little nod to the Tesseract at the end?
Yes. Oh, I loved how they're like fake, and he knocks. Did you notice that was the Infinity Gauntlet that she knocked over? The first thing she's like fake, knocks over. It's the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah. I didn't notice that. I missed that.
The first thing, we'll have to watch that again. The first thing she knocks over and calls fake is the Infinity Gauntlet.
Oh. Interesting.
But yeah, nods to the Tesseract and a couple other things. But yeah, that ice cube
I
that
was gonna
Loki
say,
had.
I love that Doctor Strange was in this film, and I really like. Well, I think that's one of my favorites too.
Okay, the Doctor Strange movie was okay.
I thought it was really good, actually. It's one of my favorite Marvels.
Doctor Strange in the other movie, so in this movie and in the Avengers movie, fantastic. Like putting him, mixing his character with the other characters, awesome. Now, what I think would have been absolutely hilarious if they had done it. Oh, good, you found the first one online. Good job, Krusty. Yay. Where's it at? Where's the first one online, Krusty? Really, somebody's trolling us on political stuff. Anyway, what would have been great? So when Thor and Loki are on Earth, they're looking for Odin, and all of a sudden the spiral happens. He's like, "What is this, Loki? This is not me." And he drops and he finds the business card. If they had used, get this, if they had used Sherlock Holmes' address, that would have been awesome.
Nice.
What was that, 121 Baker Street?
I think you're right.
I think that's what it is 121 Baker Street. You guys are literally talking about every Marvel movie I haven't watched yet. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. So, but if they had finished that up, because didn't Benedict Cumberbatch, didn't he play Sherlock?
Oh, geez, I don't know.
He did in the Sherlock series. I'm positive. Hang on, I could have sworn. I'm looking it up. I'm clicking it. I just clicked it. Gypsy Boy.
I can't remember his name.
I could have sworn. Okay, let's see. Oh man, he's like in the works of a bunch of stuff right now. Yeah, he did Sherlock in the Sherlock TV series. He was Sherlock. See, that's why I'm saying I think it would have been absolutely hilarious if they had brought something of the Enigma code and something about Sherlock Holmes. Like if they had done it at Sherlock Holmes's address and brought something up about the Enigma code.
Who owns that though? I bet you Disney probably does. Anyways.
I don't know. Which one?
They own everything now.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're the new Comcast. They're the new Ma Bell of entertainment. The Ma Bell of which, by the way, speaking of Disney, let me get on my soapbox here and now. Oh man, we lost. Hold on, it stopped recording. I don't know why I did that.
Well, and my sound's going crazy now.
Yeah, I know. Because you're crazy. I don't know where we lost.
I'm not really sure why it's doing this to me every week now.
Yeah, it just is. I'm just gonna put this in.
We're an hour in and it's like.
Yeah. All right, we're back. Sorry guys, don't know what happened to the recording again. Pro Tools is doing stupid stuff, but what do you say? All right, so Disney. I'm going to hit on something here with the Disney crap. So, now some people are loving this. I, on the other hand, think it's annoying and pretty lame. And by the way, if you are listening to the audio version and want to know what you missed, because I honestly am not sure where it dropped off, other than I know we were talking about Thor Ragnarok still, which we're still technically in that segment, so no problem there. But you might have missed a couple fun segments. You can always check that out on Twitch or on YouTube. Links are available on classlesschat.com, either way. Anywho, so what Disney is doing right now that is bugging the absolute crap out of me. Are you ready for this? All right. They are taking all of their classic cartoon films and they are live action versions. What is this? They can't compete in animation. People don't like the regular hand-drawn cartoon styles anymore. I call BS on that. And you want to know why? You want to know what movie I'm super looking forward to that is animated that's coming out? And I'm not talking The Incredibles 2. I am so excited for Incredibles 2. But other than Incredibles 2, you know what animated movie I am super excited about that's coming out? Teen Titans.
Oh, yeah,
and it is done in the exact same animation style as the original TV show, the cartoon TV show. Looks fantastic. People are loving it. People are craving it. Hollywood, pull your heads out. Recognize that the people actually want that stuff. We're looking for that nostalgia. We're not looking for nostalgia in the way of, let's just redo it, but with real people. Because you're not going to get an elephant to have gigantic floppy ears like that. You're going to CGI it, and it's going to look terrible in 5 years. If even that. Don't do it. Stop it. They just came out and announced they're releasing Dumbo, the live-action Dumbo. Everything's live action right now. Everything coming from Disney is coming out is like remakes of their classics as live action. What, you ran out of princesses? I mean, what's the problem? Let's do something else. I mean, you've bought everything else. Why don't you come up with something new?
Yeah. Can we talk about something else? I'm so sick of hearing about Star. Look at the box office numbers.
You broke up there. You're so sick of talking about what or hearing about what?
I'm sick of hearing about the Star Wars fatigue.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Look at the box office for this. The budget was 180 million.
Which one?
Right? Thor.
Okay. Yeah.
Their cumulative worldwide gross was 850 million.
Yeah.
Okay, if there was such a thing as fatigue, then we would be seeing that in Marvel. They're releasing a movie every like 8 months at this point.
True.
So that's BS.
That's true. You know,
people aren't seeing the movies because they got shafted.
They got shafted. They're no longer Star Wars films. They don't feel like Star Wars films. They don't look like Star Wars films. They're not acted like Star Wars films, other than crappy acting. They're not anything. I mean, I'm sorry, if Luke Skywalker died from having a bleeping heart attack because he force Skyped for a while and couldn't handle it. And I'm sorry, yeah, that is what I'm calling that, and that's what I'm going to leave it as, is he force Skyped. He was there.
That's a good name.
Dust, which was not Luke. Even at the very beginning, Mark Hamill was coming out saying, "Oh, I hate it because it's not my Luke," and then he came back and retracted it like, "Well, it was never my Luke to begin with." I was like, "Oh, come on, just own it. It's okay to say you disagree with the outcome." Like everyone disagreed with Han Solo dying, because now you've got 5 people trying to be the new Han Solo, and none of them can do it.
No, yeah, nobody can bring that.
They're not Harrison Ford. They can't do it. There is something magical about him. It is Harrison Ford that makes that work. And these people cannot seem to do it off the cuff like he does. All of the iconic Harrison Ford moments were not scripted. They were all completely off the cuff. You think of almost every magical Harrison Ford moment, and I'm not just talking Star Wars. I'm talking period. Almost all of them were non-scripted. The Indiana Jones scene where the guy pulls out the sword and starts, and he just and pulls out his gun and shoots him. They actually had a huge whip and sword fight planned for that. And after several takes, he got tired of it because it just wasn't working. He's just like, and he pulls out the gun, shot him. The guy fell over. Not because he was actually shot, but because it's called acting. It's crazy. And, and with acting, you don't stop. You go with whatever happens until they say, cut. And it's like, and so they went with it, and it ended up being one of the biggest moments of Hollywood history. Period. Leia saying, "I love you," and he says, "I know." Not scripted. I
didn't even know that.
Almost all of the stuff that he does that is absolutely amazing is not scripted. It is all Harrison Ford. So they're trying to replace Harrison Ford with people who are not Harrison Ford, and I'm sorry, you lost almost all of the magic of the film right there. You take Harrison Ford as Han Solo out of Episode 4, you don't have a successful movie. Seriously, take Han Solo out of that film. Would you watch it?
I mean, I probably would, but I mean, it's definitely not as good. He's definitely the most loose actor. No, I agree. Yeah, I agree. That was why I was saying before that when I watched Solo for the first time, I came to the realization that when Han Solo dies in Force Awakens, that was kind of the death of Star Wars for me, because he's such an important figure. And I'm watching Solo, and at first I'm not really believing that this is Han Solo because it's not Harrison Ford.
Right.
But as the movie progressed, it was very obvious that he did his homework, and it started to feel right to me. And I'm like, this is the magic that's missing from Star Wars. I'm watching. This is it. Han Solo is part of that magic, and I really hope. I'm disappointed that the numbers are not good, because if it causes Disney to not make the other two films they had planned for Solo,
Right.
that would be sad, because it's actually a really good film, and it's the first film in that since Disney bought the Star Wars franchise that has felt like Star Wars to me,
which is interesting. I don't know. I would actually say Rogue One felt like Star Wars.
Okay, because you have Darth Vader.
No, even without Darth Vader at the very end, because it was still it was in the realm. The characters acted like Star Wars characters. They were getting the Death Star plans. It was inside the Rebel Alliance. The nice thing with me and why I say that felt like a Star Wars film is because it was completely away from the rest of Star Wars. They weren't trying to force Jedi in it. In fact, there was one guy who wasn't a Jedi and he was blind, but he had certain aspects of the Force that he could use. Mind you, it being Donnie Yen didn't hurt. I love Donnie Yen, man.
Yeah, he's really good.
This is awesome.
Dude, you need to see because I think you're gonna.
You totally broke up there again. I need to see.
You need to see Solo.
Solo. I always think, for some odd reason, when I just hear Solo by itself, I think of the Phineas and Ferb Star Wars one, which it's just awesome.
That's funny.
See you, Krusty. Krusty's calling off, so we'll see you later, Krusty.
Oh, yeah, see you later. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
So I would give this Thor Ragnarok probably like a at least a 4. I think it's a 4. I mean, for the type of movie that it is, I like to like categorize, because I mean, like the movie The Shawshank Redemption, that's like a 5, okay, but it's like also a lot better than most movies. Then you have stuff like that's different. That's different. We're not talking like 5 out of 5 is the best movie of all time. I'm saying for this category, it's a 4+. It's a 4, maybe a 4.5 for this category.
Yeah, for this category, I would totally give it a 4 or a 4.5. I think this is more enjoyable than almost all of the other Marvel movies that have come out.
Yeah, it's very good.
Even the new Avengers movie, I would watch this one again before watching the new Avengers movie. Probably because the new Avengers movie is actually more sad than anything.
I haven't seen it.
Black Panther was really, really good, but there were a couple things that they did with it that just drove me crazy. Like some of the CGI work they did was so old school style that it just didn't work. It looked completely out of place. So I had some problems with some of the CGI work. It really almost felt like they ran out of budget and they just were like, oh, we can fudge it here and here and here. And they did, and it just didn't work. But the story itself, the acting and everything was spot on. It was great, but there were some things that fell short for me there. The first Iron Man movie, I absolutely loved it, but crap, they overplayed it on TV like crazy. And so I have a hard time watching it anymore. The first Avengers movie was the same thing. I mean, it was a great movie, but I think this one, it's still new enough to where I'm comfortable watching it a few times because there are enough funny parts in it and enough entertaining parts that aren't just action based that I can totally get into. Which, by the way,
I agree.
Speaking Marvel, we'll say Marvel versus DC. DC announced that they are bringing on a new Batman, and they're going to relaunch Batman.
Yeah, let's just relaunch into Infinity because we're DC and we can't get our crap together.
Hey, Marvel's been doing it with Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, not necessarily, because I mean, Marvel didn't own Spider-Man for a while. They sold the rights to Fox. So
that is true. You win on technicality, my friend.
Yeah, so they're not really. I mean, this new reboot is just part of them. I think they absorbed the part of Fox at one point that owned Spider-Man, I believe.
Probably.
That's how they got Spider-Man.
Probably.
And I think don't they own the X-Men again?
They do own the X-Men again, yes.
Yeah, so that should be interesting to see.
And in the comic books, Wolverine is now back with new powers. Now his claws heat up.
Oh, interesting.
So he can now, cook with them. I don't know.
That's cool.
I guess. I mean, they can cut through anything as it is.
Refresh that character. He's like one of the best characters in any comic book series ever.
I know, and it always bothered me when people were like, "Oh, Logan," the movie Logan, which was the
I haven't
last.
even seen it yet.
They all of them were sitting there like, oh, it's the best movie, blah, 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 blah. No, okay. They just went off the Deadpool thing, trying to get the R rating. And I mean, they did things that you could clearly tell was just to get the R rating. Like there's some boobies in the movie that simply are there. And it's very obvious they are only there for the R rating. Logan is driving a limousine and there's a party of girls in the back and they're talking and having nothing to do with him as a driver. And then all of a sudden randomly, hey driver, blah! And that's it. It's like, wait, what? That was just from what? I mean, seriously, it's so obvious that they just placed some things in there for the guaranteed R rating. And even with that, I just thought it was a little much in a couple areas. So, but I'm excited for New Mutants. I'm excited for some of this other stuff coming along. It's just waiting. It's ever waiting. But that's what we do. We wait. That's we're just your general public. We just get to wait. We don't have anything to do with it. So, that's all I've got to say. We just sit here and wait. All right. So yeah, Thor Ragnarok, I'm with you. I'd give it at least a 4, if not a 4.5. So yeah. Great movie.
It's good.
If you haven't seen it and you were too lazy or you just missed the podcast before and didn't know that this is what we were watching, go and watch it. It's good. You won't regret it. All right. We have una más story. News story for you.
This is a good one, too.
Dude, okay. You can now call me Drew Prown because...
Yeah, I saw that post.
Yeah. IHOP becomes IHOB with a B for burgers. And I love Wendy's started roasting the crap out of them. Did you see that?
Yes, I love Wendy's for that. They don't hold back at all.
They don't. Yeah, I'm going to trust my burger from a place who decided pancakes were too tough. Oh, man. Burned to the extreme. That's so harsh, but so true. All right.
Yeah, that's really good. I whoever's running that, whoever's running their PR and like media department over at Wendy's, good job.
No kidding.
You're doing God's work.
I don't know about that, but I mean, it is funny. They're doing great work. Whoever it is, you want to run the Classless chat campaign pro bono? Just let us know. We'll toss you in there.
Yeah,
be happy to.
We'll plug as much as we want.
You can roast people like that all day long from our account. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So when IHOP said it would change its name to IHOB, the speculations ran rampant. The International House of Breakfast, or Bacon, or even Blintzes. But as it turns out, the chain is looking past morning meals with an eye towards enhancing its lunch and business dinner business, excuse me. Dyslexia. On Monday, IHOP announced that it was changing its name to IHOB with a B, denoting burgers. The change is not permanent, the company spokeswoman said, but rather is a move to promote its new burger line. Known for its pancakes, the newly dubbed IHOP... Shouldn't that be IHOB? The newly dubbed IHOB is releasing 7 ultimate steak burgers. This sounds like McDonald's, okay? As part of its rebranding effort, all while keeping its breakfast items on the menu. Though the company has been offering burgers since the creation in 1958, IHOP's main motivation for revamping the menu item and emphasizing it to attract a wider audience is... That is a very poorly written sentence, USA Today. It is written, though the company has been offering burgers since its creation in 1958, IHOP's main motive for revamping the menu item and emphasizing it is to attract a wider audience. Okay, there we go. There should have been a comma there. Anyway, is to attract a wider audience, according to the Chief Marketing Officer, Brad Haley. All right. Quote, the big opportunity for the IHOB brand is to develop our lunch and dinner business, Haley said. Burgers are the most consumed entree items for men, women, and children in America, he continued, adding that it, quote, it made sense to start with burgers.
All right.
Yeah, why not? And they've got a video
I eat
here.
burgers all the time.
Yeah, who doesn't? Here, they got a little video here. We'll play this. It's a Twitter video thing from Drew Molino, no relation. Maybe. Let's see if it'll go. It might not because we're streaming.
Oh,
Well, that would be annoying.
sad face.
Sad face. Hold on, let me get off of this and see if it'll let me do it. Let me reload the page and see if it'll do it, because that's a cool video where somebody actually went through and showed the change of the signage to being IHOB. Because even though there's a IHOP not too far from here.
Did they really change the signs?
Yeah, dude, they changed all the signs and everything.
Do you know how expensive that is?
I actually do. By the way, did you go and pick up your banners yet?
No, I didn't. I need to do that. In fact, I'm going to need more of them, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll be talking about that, because I got a bunch of houses up on the hill and I put those out there.
All right. Well, this isn't working right now, so we're just gonna call it a day. But
That's all right.
they did.
Yeah.
They've been changing signage and everything to be IHOB. So, all right. Well, this has been Drew Prown and Anthony Minicello. I feel like a prawn when I say that. Prown.
Prown. Drew Prown.
Would you like some prawns with that?
Right.
So, all right.
Boy.
Well, so yeah, go check out IHOB's new burger. Tell them the Classless chat sent you. Hopefully they'll send us some money. It's worth a shot.
Worth a shot.
What? Right? I mean, that's what I look at that. It's worth
And
a
if you want to send us some money, we will video or something and
you
eat burgers.
so like broke up right there, dude. If you want to send us some money, gone.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to send us some money, then Drew and I will come eat burgers there. Do a podcast from IHOB.
Yeah, we'll try it. I'll make sure they're gluten-free so I don't die. That would be
Just
great.
eat them bunless. That's what I do.
It's a little bit more than that. It's like I gotta even make sure like French fries aren't done in the same fryers and things
Right.
like that. It gets a little bit more complicated. Last time I had gluten by accident, and it was seriously found it. It got into my mouth. I spit it out and went and washed my mouth out. It was still enough without swallowing anything. It was still enough to knock me down for 2 days.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, I was down and out for 2 days from that. And so, yeah, it was pretty brutal. So, yeah, I just don't mess with it anymore. It's just not worth it. But anyway,
Good call.
we don't have a story written by a grade schooler this week. So if you have a child who is a grade schooler, go ahead and send us that. Either take a picture of it or have them type it up. Or if you can type it up as close to how they have it written as possible, that would be great. We love to read them like they're written by the child.
Yeah.
Send that to us at classlesschat@gmail.com. Believe it or not, we do actually pay attention to that email inbox. Okay, let me rephrase that. I actually do pay attention to that email inbox. Anthony does not.
Speak for yourself.
Yeah, all right. I pay attention to that email inbox. So feel free to just send us or me something. If you want to be like, hey, Drew, you're the coolest one in the show. That'll be fine. I won't tell Anthony. Or I might just...
It is known, Drew. It is known.
Whatever.
We didn't tell everyone what movie we're watching next week.
We didn't. Okay. So I
caught it.
Thank you. Yes, we were going to get people yelling at us for that. So I was asking Tamar, I was like, what movie should we do for next week's show? And she's like, I don't know. Did you guys do any war movies? And that's how you know you got to keep her. When she eats a real meal, you take her on a date early on and she eats a real meal, not like a bird salad, right? And like, you know, and which she did, by the way. She ate a real meal. I was like, keep her number one. And then she says things like, let's watch a war movie. Just like go buy a ring or something. That's all I got to say. Not making any notions there. I'm just, you know, for other guys paying attention, you just go for it. It's good. We are going to watch Defiance with Daniel Craig and Liev Schreiber.
Nice.
Have you seen this?
I haven't.
Oh, it's so good. It is.
If it's
it is
been out in
so
the last
good.
5 years, chances are I haven't seen it.
It's been longer than that. Let's see. How long is this?
My wife and I started having babies, and my life has been forever changed.
Welcome to having families. 2008. It has been 10 years, dude.
10 years.
It is
okay.
a 10-year-old movie.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay, so it is.
I feel bad.
It's World War II, which is totally my era for movies, for war movies. It's World War II in Russia about the Jewish community being persecuted and hiding in the forests and trying to fight back. That
sounds good.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm super excited to watch this one and get to go over it with everybody. It is a very, very, very good movie. Even if you're not into like World War II war movies, this is still a very, very, very good movie. It's actually one of my favorite acting jobs from Liev Schreiber. So it's
nice.
Incredibly well done. Anyway, we'll talk about it next week. It's good. Give everybody a chance to watch it. That is it for this week's show. It's been a fun show. It's been a good show.
Yeah, it's been good.
Yeah. Well, thanks for talking with me there again, Aunt Honey.
Yeah. Heck yeah. Don't forget I'm gone in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah, I'll find people, maybe. We'll see.
Ask Jade.
Dude, Jade's a good option. Actually, we might just do that. We might get Jade on here.
Get Jade on here.
I'm also part of a couple different podcasting groups where people have said that they've been willing to hop on. So I might see if somebody there for one of the weeks and see if Jade can come on for a week or something. Have a few different guests. It'd be good.
That'd be good.
It'd be good, man. All right. Well, hey, peace out, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us and have a great rest of the week. Adios.
Thanks for listening to Classless Chat with your hosts, Drew and Anthony. Listen again next time. You never know what these two are gonna say.